Um, so picture this. You've spent the entire day just like lounging on the couch, doing absolutely nothing stressful at all, yet you feel completely physically exhausted.
Yeah, and you aren't just being lazy, I promise.
Right, because your brain is basically quietly draining your battery to zero. Welcome to today's deep dive, where we are unpacking the actual mechanics of mental fatigue.
It is such a frustrating paradox, honestly. I mean, you didn't work out, you weren't active, but you were just dead on your feet.
Exactly. So today we're pulling from a stack of cognitive psychology papers and productivity research. Our mission for this deep dive is to figure out exactly why the mind drains us like this and, how to finally get real rest.
We really have to look at where that energy actually goes when the body is sitting still.
Yeah.
The reality is your brain has this thing called the default mode network.
The default mode network, right?
Yeah, it's the system that just takes over when you aren't focused on a specific outside task. And the thing is, it never really shuts up.
No, it just endlessly processes past mistakes and spins up all these future worries. It's exactly like a smartphone, actually.
Oh, that's a perfect analogy.
You've got, say, 20 heavy apps just running in the background. The screen is off, so it looks like it's resting. But that battery is just quietly ticking down to zero.
And your brain is actively burning real metabolic fuel to run those background apps.
Wait, I'm totally guilty of this next part, though. When I'm exhausted, just lying on the couch and scrolling through reels feels like the only rest I can manage. Are you saying that's actively making me more tired?
I am, yeah. The research actually labels that fake rest.
Take rest, wow.
Because think about the neuroscience of what you're actually doing there. Every single video, every image, every little block of text, your brain's visual cortex and dopamine pathways are firing at absolute top speed.
Just to parse entirely new context every 3 seconds.
Precisely. So you are basically making your brain sprint while your body just lays down. It's this intense metabolic process where you literally deplete the glucose levels in your brain.
Okay, but if scrolling is this massive metabolic drain, why do some people, work intensely on really complex projects all day and actually leave the office feeling energized?
Well, the main difference there is focus. When mental energy flows in one single direction, it's surprisingly sustainable.
Like a flow state.
Exactly, the brain enters a flow state.
Mm.
But when your mind jumps rapidly from one context to another, you just completely scatter that energy.
I think the cognitive psychology papers we reviewed called this attention residue. Like every time you switch from an email to a text and then to a document, a piece of your attention gets stuck.
Suck on the previous task. Yep,
Oh, it's just the constant switching that exhausts us, not the deep focus itself.
that's spot on. The friction of constantly shifting gears is what really grinds the mind down over time.
But wait, what about when I'm lying in bed overthinking? Replaying a conversation or stressing about tomorrow. Honestly, it feels productive in the moment, like I'm actively problem solving.
It definitely feels important, sure, but the sources point out that it's a total illusion. Ruminating isn't problem solving at all.
It's not.
No, it's like leaving your car idling in the driveway while pressing the gas pedal entirely to the floor.
Oh, man.
You aren't actually going anywhere,
Yeah.
but you're still burning through a full tank of gas. It's just scattered energy with zero payoff.
So if overthinking is just spinning our mental tires, then our entire modern definition of relaxing is fundamentally broken. What actually allows the brain to clear its cache?
The research highlights three highly practical, though honestly pretty uncomfortable, solutions. First, you have to take genuine breaks.
Meaning zero content and zero screens, I assume.
Exactly. Total disconnect.
Yeah.
Second, you need to commit to single tasking. That stops that attention residue we talked about earlier.
And the third.
Radically reduce your overall information noise throughout the day.
I have to be honest here. Sitting in total silence without my phone sounds skin-crawlingly uncomfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
I think a lot of people listening right now would literally rather do chores than just sit in silence.
They really would. And that discomfort is entirely physiological. It is quite literally your brain withdrawing from constant dopamine hits.
So it's a literal withdrawal symptom.
Yes, but pushing through that exact discomfort is required. It's the only way your default mode network finally gets permission to power down.
Okay, so for you listening, keep this in mind today. You aren't tired because your body is doing too much. You are tired because your mind is.
Yeah, sometimes the cure you desperately need isn't more sleep.
It's silence.
And that brings up a really crucial question to leave you with today.
Right. If silence is the ultimate cure for mental fatigue, what specific noise in your life are you deliberately keeping turned up just to avoid being alone with your own thoughts?